What is up everyone, it is Sacred Saiyan here, welcoming you back to another video. Today, we're going to be doing the 6th episode of the series, What If Goku is in My Hero Academia? If you end up liking today's video, then please consider subscribing. It is free, and you can always unsubscribe later. Also, if you want to join my Discord server, then there is a link to that in the description of the video. You can talk to me and my community, grind for roles, hang out, and if you put your art on the art text channel and 10 people react with a star, it will get featured at the end of a video. Also, if you want to support me and the channel, then you can become a channel member. There's a link in the description of the video to become one. There are multiple tiers, and each of them give you more and more perks. If you guys enjoy this part and want to see other parts of this series, then get this video to 500 likes. And with all of that out of the way, let's get into the 6th episode of What If Goku Was in My Hero Academia? Goku glares at Shigaraki, instantly breaking out of his restraints and gripping the villain by his throat. Shigaraki then laughs, saying, "I wouldn't do that if I were you." Then pointing behind him, where Goku sees Momo tied to a chair, and Darby holding her hair, ready to ignite his flames. Goku lets go of Shigaraki. Shigaraki then holding his throat as oxygen begins to flow through his lungs once again. Goku looks at Momo softly, telling her that she's going to be okay without even saying a word. Goku then asks Shigaraki what he wants, and the villain begins to maniacally laugh. "If it was up to me, then you would be dead, but my master wants to keep you alive." Goku snickers, asking if his master wants him to join their little group, but Shigaraki then begins to laugh even harder. Goku asks Shigaraki why he's laughing, but before he can get an answer, a group of heroes slam through the wall, quickly detaining all of the villains, and Goku quickly runs to Momo. But then, the villains, along with Momo and himself, are teleported to a different location, where Goku comes face to face with All For One. The other villains and Momo then appear shortly after, All For One then slowly walking up to Goku. On the other side of the wall, we see Midoriya, Todoroki, Ida, Kirishima, and Bakugo all frozen in fear after what they just witnessed. But now, Goku and Momo are here as well. Deku is determined to go save them, but Ida puts his arm in front of Midoriya, not letting him go. Goku is about to get into his fighting stance, but he knows he can't fight back, because even though Momo no longer has any restraints, she is still their hostage. All For One says Goku has promise, however his quirk is just too useful not to take. All For One then grabs Goku's face, lifting him into the air, and he activates his quirk. But to All For One's complete shock, nothing happens. All For One mutters that Goku is quirkless. But then, All For One throws Goku to the side, and he catches the punch from All Might, who has just arrived from the sky. Goku then looks up, realising all the villains were flung back, so Goku quickly dashes to Momo, grabbing her and throwing her into the air. He could sense his friends were near, and isn't surprised as he watches them from above, grabbing Momo and fleeing the scene. Goku then watches as a league of villains are being teleported away, and as they try and take Goku with them, Goku transforms into a Kari and negates the teleportation. His training at the training camp paid off, and using the rage for the villains threatening Momo's life, he was able to access the Kari once again. But it seems different this time. More controlled. More powerful. Goku then looks and sees All Might is losing to All For One, and he jumps into the fight. All Might telling Goku to run, but Goku refuses to leave. He won't let All Might die. All Might can't help but smile at the kid's determination, and while he fights alongside Goku, he realises that Goku is keeping up with him. No, surpassing him. All For One is on the back foot, and he begins to have a mental breakdown. It doesn't make sense. This brat is quirkless. How? It doesn't make any sense. However, without giving him a moment to think, Goku punches All For One in the face, breaking his mask and sending him back. All For One gets back up, enraged, and he rushes back at the pair, trying to hit Goku, but All Might blocks a blow, using the final embers of All For One, while Goku's hair spikes up and turns golden for a short moment, while All Might and Goku consecutively punch All For One, knocking the villain out as the battle comes to an end. Goku is in his base form, heavily exhausted, and All Might is in his weakened state, one thrall leaving his body, as All Might internally bids it farewell. All Might then points towards the camera, saying, "It's your turn!" And all of Japan begins to cheer. However, Midoriya is the only one who truly understands what these words mean. Goku was given a hero license, meaning he didn't have to take part in the exams, and when everyone is coming up with their super moves, Goku finally names the Kamehameha and invents the Dragon Fist, using All Might's United States of Smash as inspiration. With us swiftly moving through that, we now have Class 1A choosing business studies. By this time, Goku and Momo would be officially dating, and when Mirio takes on Class 1A, he's impressed by Deku like normal, but he is even more surprised when he's actually caught by Goku and slammed into the ground. Mirio would tell Goku and Deku to both come to Night Eye's agency, and the two would agree to do so, and Goku would recommend Momo to go to the Ryuko agency. Apparently Uraraka and Froppy are going there as well, and he had a great time when he was there before. Momo would actually like this idea, so while she goes to the Ryuko agency, Goku and Deku go to Sir Night Eye, and after they both impress All Might's former disciple, Goku especially, Sir Night Eye accepts him into his agency. So Goku is there when Mirio and Deku first encounter Overhaul and Eri. Eri running to Goku as she saw him on TV with All Might, and Overhaul would realise this as well. However, he would play dumb, and Goku, with heavy remorse, is forced to let Eri go back with Overhaul. Things from here remain fairly the same, other than Goku and Momo being involved in the mission to go save Eri. But things begin to change when they all arrive at the villain's base. Goku and Momo would enter the base, along with the others, and this time, instead of just Mirio rushing ahead, so would Goku, and the two would arrive to confront Overhaul. Mirio would begin to face Overhaul alone, and Goku knows Mirio is much better suited to face Overhaul, so he goes over to Eri, but before he gets to her, he hears Mirio scream in pain. Goku turns around and he sees Mirio standing in front of him. He blocked a quirk erasing bullet from hitting Goku, not knowing Goku didn't have a quirk anyway, so even if the bullet did hit him, it would have been ineffective. Mirio then tells Goku to protect Eri as he begins to face Overhaul once again, becoming heavily injured until Sir Night Eye arrives and he begins to take on Overhaul himself, while Goku tends to Mirio's injuries. Night Eye gets impaled as Deku and Momo arrive, and when Deku and Momo go to face Overhaul, Goku knows he has to step in, telling Eri to stay with Mirio as he goes to help. Goku flies towards the fight, but he then stops, frozen in shock, as he watches Overhaul touch Momo, and her body explodes. Deku is heavily injured, and Overhaul convinces the terrified Eri to come with him before more people die. Deku looks back at the paralysed Goku, shouting for him to do something, and this is where we're going to end off this part. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then make sure to like, comment, and please do subscribe. It is quick and easy to do. Also, I want to give a huge thank you to Father Ku, Neo Whitcomb, Destroyer God Broly, and Yeti Myth for becoming channel members. If you want to be shouted out at the end of a video, and get other perks like the channel members here, then there is a link in the description down below to become a channel member. It greatly supports me, and it helps me immensely. With all of that out of the way, I hope to see you all in the next episode of What If Goku Was in My Hero Academia.